Procreate just introduced brush libraries, and they're a total game changer. There's no more endless scrolling to find the right brush. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to use brush libraries, how to organize it, search, and streamline your brushes. I'm also going to share with you a bug that I found, so stick around and watch out for that. So what are brush libraries? You can think of them as folders that contain your brush sets. Instead of each brush living in one giant list, you can now group them in entire libraries. This makes it way easier to separate personal brushes, downloaded sets, and Procreate defaults. Now, when you open the brush menu, it'll automatically open to the last library that you are working in. To go between libraries, you can either tap on the caret next to the library name and then tap on back to libraries. Or you can simply pinch and it will bring you back to brush libraries. To make your own library, just tap on the plus icon, create new library, and give it a name. And tap on apply, and you have a new library that you can start creating brushes for or dropping existing brushes and brush sets into. You can create a new library that is specific for lettering or sketching or illustrating. You can separate them by your workflow. Maybe you have one specific for your Instagram and another specific for client work. It just keeps your workflow clean and separated. If you need to delete a brush library that you don't need, you can just tap and hold and then tap on delete. It will check to make sure you really want to delete it because it could be pretty devastating to delete an entire library by accident, but if you're sure, go ahead and tap on delete and then it's gone. Brush sets can be moved around too. So if you want to move a brush set from one library to another, this is how you do it. This works best if you use two hands. So you tap and hold the brush set that you want to move, you pinch it closed, you open up the brush library that you want to move it to, and then drop it in. This works in the Files app as well. If you open up the folder containing the brush set that you want to move, it works pretty much the same. You just tap and hold and navigate to the folder for the library that you want to drop it into, and then just drop it in. And while we're here in Files, you can see how great the brush libraries work with the Files app. So this means you can store entire libraries on your iPad in your iCloud drive, and they'll sync across devices. It's a super easy way to back them up or share them. Another new feature is Customize Icon. Every brush set now has a little icon. It just comes default with the little Procreate swoop, but you can change it. They're just a bunch of little keyboard icons. They're not emoji icons. They're just the classic ones. This can kind of help you to spot a brush set that you're wanting to navigate to. Icons can just make everything quicker to recognize at a glance. And let's not forget the new search feature. So when you're in the brush libraries, you just swipe down and you can type in the name of the brush that you want to search for. So say I want to navigate to my airbrush. If you have more than one airbrush in different libraries, it breaks down which library that it's in. So if you want to go into the classic library here and just choose the soft brush, you can navigate right to it. So just a few best practices before I let you in on the bug that I found. To get the most out of brush libraries, I recommend setting them up by workflow or categories that make sense to you. I create a lot of Procreate art brushes and stamp brushes, so I'm in the process of moving all of my art brushes into its own library, and then I will be moving all of my stamp brushes into their own library as well. It's just a great way for me to keep them categorized without having to offload them, and I get to keep them close by. So now let me tell you about the bug that I found. I was really excited to start making new brushes with the new Brush Studio. The new Brush Studio is really great. I wanted to experiment with a new style with this artwork that I was making here, so I started developing a new brush set for it. And when I was creating these brushes, I quickly discovered this bug. Before, when you made a new brush in the Brush Studio, you could rename the brush in the About This Brush tab by tapping on the name, and it would bring up a cursor and your keyboard. No variation of tapping in this spot where the name is bringing up a cursor or a keyboard. So I think that this might be a bug. So the way to work around that is just tap on done to close it out. And then in the brush library, you tap and hold and tap on rename. Right now, it looks like that's the only way you can rename the brush. You could possibly do it out in the Files app, but I don't know why anyone would do that. But this is the way that you can change the name of a brush right now. This is a pretty inconvenient bug, especially if you like to make or customize brushes, so watch out for this one. So that is how you use the brush libraries in Procreate 5.4. But if you're thinking, wait, what? Procreate had an update? Well, then you'll want to learn all about it in this video where I break down all the new features of the Procreate 5.4 update. So I will see you over there.